let's dive into another round of statements here, because over the weekend, some amazing Timberwolves news surfacing. This might have been, did you guys touch on some of this on Friday as it was coming out, or was this mostly over the weekend, the POBO stuff?
Talked with Dukes a little bit.
We talked about it on Friday, but the Woj report, which is I think what you're referencing, came out on Saturday. So we did not touch on that.
So let's combine a couple reports into my first statement here, Timberwolves related. Mm-hmm. I love that Mark Lowry and Alex Rodriguez are thinking big. They are big game hunting. And Doogie's been floating this for months, like going back to even late 2021, that those guys, they like Sachin Gupta, but they view this as their one shot to let's go make a big home run, big fish hire. And so the first round of reporting came from Dane Moore and a couple others. But let's give our guy Dane Moore some credit here, friend of the show, Dane Moore NBA podcast. He said Mark Lowry and Alex Rodriguez put together a list of 5 presidents of basketball operations, POBO, for those of you abbreviating at home, to target shortly after purchasing the Timberwolves a year ago. Sources say Pat Riley was originally on that list.
That's incredible.
Yes. We joked about this last week. Mm-hmm. But they legitimately at some point reached out to Pat Riley. I just want to say that the Showtime Lakers show on HBO prompted not only me to buy this book from the early 90s, Pat Riley, The Winner Within. Yep. My wife also independently bought this for me for my birthday. So I now have 2 copies of Pat Riley's book from 1992 or whenever it is. The other names on the list, and we'll get to Tim Connelly because he has become the name on the list now, the Denver Nuggets executive, but Masai Ujiri, Daryl Morey, Bob Myers from Golden State, and Sam Presti. Basically, if you put Pat Riley on here instead of maybe Connelly or something, the Mount Rushmore of elite executives running front offices in the NBA. And the goal is to just pay one. Well, West would have been on there before, like 5 or 10 years ago.
Absolutely. Are you kidding?
And then the Woj report that you referred to, the Nuggets president Tim Connelly is traveling to meet with Minnesota owner Glenn Taylor this last weekend in what is the next step in the Wolves' pursuit to hire Connelly and make him one of the league's highest compensated executives. All that's standing between the Timberwolves and one of the top NBA executives is Glenn Taylor looking him in the eye. I want you to look me in the eye, Sonny.
It's a piece of apple pie at the kitchen table with Becky.
Have some of Becky's lasagna and look me in the eye.
He's like, I'm not much of a lasagna guy. Glenn's like, you're out then. Mark,
do you like
A-Rod, not going to work.
Do you like mustard flavored potato salad, or just let us know. Let us know. So, all right, what do you make of this big game hunting that's landed the Timberwolves on Tim Connelly's doorstep?
Well, first of all, can we just write that last check then and have this deal done? Like, are we really going to be?
What if Glenn puts up a stop sign financially?
No, I know that's what I'm saying. Or Connelly's like, wait a second, this guy owns a franchise through December of 23, and they're like, yeah, you know what? That's that. Connelly's like, I'm out of here. See you later. Bye. Yeah, can we just get this done now? Because I love this and I love where they're going. And I think where they're going here is pretty obvious. Like, this is the Mon Pa thing is done. I liken this a lot to when Red sold the Vikings to the Wilfs, because the Vikings at that time were very Mon Pa. Winter Park was a mess. It was just a bleep hole. The team was cheap as hell, right? And it went from that to, oh no, we're going to spend now. So I think that's where this is going. I guess I hesitate because of the fact that it's a year from December when Glenn is officially going to sell. So, Phil, it's funny to say, but I sort of do think, is this going to put up some roadblocks in what these two potentially are trying to do? Because it's clear they're trying to expedite the process. I appreciate that. But to say that Glenn does not concern me would be a complete lie.
And we've seen no reporting yet as of the recording of this. So things could change. And I'm guessing we're going to get some word today or tomorrow. The other thing, too, is, and we'll get you some background here on Connelly for those that are unfamiliar, but he could easily take what the Timberwolves have done here in this process, right? What's the offer? Okay, I talked with Glenn Taylor. Go back to Denver and Stan Kroenke and that ownership group and get them to match. So this might, who knows what's going to happen here in the coming days.
I think Glenn's going to have to agree to give Connelly a piece of the team, in which case I think that Denver won't match that. So I really think that this is largely on Glenn's plate. Which again is why I'm very
how's KG going to
concerned.
feel about that? So this random Tim Connelly guy that's been running the Nuggets for the last 5 years gets a slice of the team, but KG can't get a sniff. KG can't get 1%.
There won't be one thing repaired between KG and this team until January of 24. Oh. And that's when the repairing will probably start and be done quickly.
Wasn't the issue, well, there's many issues, but wasn't the issue on Glenn Taylor's side, listen, I'm not just going to give KG a slice of ownership. He's going to have to buy in like anyone else would. And KG was going through some, didn't KG lose like $70 million in a Ponzi scheme or something?
Unfortunately.
And so would they be giving Connelly just to lure him over that? I'm guessing he wouldn't have to buy in. They would just give him a slice of ownership.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
All right.
Woof.
Let's make it happen, boys. Let's get it in here. Tim Connelly.
Big game hunting.
Just real quick here. Do you guys have Tim Connelly related statements or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got one.
Go ahead, Dex.
All right. I'll keep it on Tim Connelly here. My statement is the Wolves should aspire to be the Nuggets. And if you really look, too, at what Connelly has built in Denver during his draft picks over the last 5-6 years, it's actually pretty damn impressive because the Nuggets haven't picked as high as they've only picked as high as 7th since taking Jamal Murray, which obviously was a steal. Great pick there. But they've also gotten Michael Porter Jr. at 14th, Nurkic at 16th. They took Malik Beasley at 19th, Gary Harris at 19th. Obviously, the Joker at 41 was one of the best draft steals in the last 5-6 years. Jared Vanderbilt was drafted by the Nuggets under Tim Connelly at the 41st pick. So what he's been able to do with that Nuggets roster of them not being in the lottery, and look, the Wolves were not in the lottery this year, right? For only the second time in the last 15, 16 years. This is exactly what Tim Connelly has built in Denver. This is what the Wolves should be aspired to be. And I know Denver's still like that mid-market team. Yes, they're not Golden State. They're not Miami right now. They're not Boston. But this is what the Nuggets have built. The Wolves can do the same. And Tim Connelly running the show here, I think, would be awesome.
Yeah, since he took over, so he was with the front office in Denver for maybe 3 or 4 years before he took over the entire front office in 2017, the summer of 17. And since that stretch, the Nuggets are 241 and 150 in the regular season. That's an average of 51 wins in an 82-game season. The Timberwolves haven't won 51 games in any season since 2003-2004. 4 playoff series wins over the last 5 years and a trip to the Western Conference Finals, and all of this despite being ravaged by bad luck injuries. I mean, Jamal Murray missed the whole season. Yep. So it would have been nice to see what would they have done with a healthy Jamal Murray last year and this year in the playoffs around Nikola Jokic. So very, very
I got one
interesting.
more on that. My statement is this. I know the blueprint. Who are the Wolves? Because Dex is right, but I think there's 2 teams that these guys are looking at directly right now and saying, that is us. One is the Mavericks. Mark Cuban, players love him. They love playing for him. He gives them all of the amenities. The other team is the Bucks. Why? One, the Bucks won a championship. And last time I checked, the Bucks are not that far away from here. So it's not like, oh my God, the Bucks won a championship, but the Wolves can't. If you just bought this team, you're basically saying, why not? And the last thing is, what do the Bucks have that the Wolves want beyond Giannis? An arena. If you get Conley and you build this team up, why are you doing it? Because you're not doing it to be like, I hope we can win a LOB in Target Center, which is just a great building. No, that's a piece of crap. They want out, and they should. But if they put together a team that can win and draw fans, which, by the way, the playoffs proved they can. There are plenty of basketball fans here. And if they put a consistently good competitive product in the transition from Glenn to them, then guess what's next? And I'm not saying this as a bad thing. In my opinion, it's a good thing. A new building. A state-of-the-art, Mark Lowry, probably largely designed building. So I really think that the blueprint is the Mavs and the Bucks, which I think is fair.
Yeah, I think. And if you aren't excited about the idea of Tim Connelly, I'm going to give you a couple reasons to jump on the bandwagon here in a second. But let's first shout out one of our partners, Meadows at Mystic, Declan. I feel like most people get that itch after watching a major, so people probably want to get out and swing some clubs this week.
Yeah, I was glued to my TV screen and the golf course. I got out on Thursday and I got out on Saturday. And the Meadows at Mystic Lake down in Prior Lake offers a unique, challenging, and scenic golf experience. It's great golf. Visit golfthemeadows.com to book your tee time and learn more. And also, they have a great full-service bar, the Meadows Bar and Grill. So once you're done with that round, or even before the round starts, you can go grab maybe a Surly Furious, grab your favorite beverage, whatever you want to do. Sit out there on the patio. It's Golf the Meadows at Mystic Lake, the Meadows Golf Course at Mystic Lake. Visit golfthemeadows.com to learn more.
Also, Federated Insurance has been a partner of ours at Score, Mackey and Jeb Purple Daily for a number of years. If you're a business owner, and by the way, they've been teamed up with the Timberwolves for a long time too. If you're a business owner out there, Federated is all about risk management, protecting your company and maximizing the success of your company. Federated Insurance exists to serve the evolving risk management and insurance needs of your business. Find out more at federatedinsurance.com, where it's our business to protect yours. All you need to know, my next statement, about Tim Connelly is how Denver fans and media are reacting to this news, and they are distraught. I'm going to read you some comments. These are just random comments from Denver sports media and talking heads over the last 48 hours or so. If Tim Connelly is anywhere but Denver come fall, the Nuggets aren't serious and never will be. Wow. I've been defending Tim Connelly online for so many years now, and suddenly I'm realizing I might have just been watching the show Lost. This is how it ends? WTF?
Mm-hmm.
Stan Kroenke is one of the richest owners in the NBA, and all Tim Connelly wants is to be paid like a top POBO. That's it. He doesn't want to leave Denver, but he'll make the right decision for him and his family. Cheap Kroenkes. The Kroenkes letting Tim Connelly go is just flabbergasting. Tim is one of the best executives in the NBA, a person who has shown kindness, maturity, and leadership to the Nuggets organization. Would be devastating and infuriating to lose him. And then someone else, a podcaster and writer who jumped on Dane Moore's podcast, said, "Do you want me to just cry for 30 minutes?"
Wow.
So they are...
Yep.
If they were just whatever, he's just kind of a guy in the front office, and this is really just
right.
Jokic carrying everything, but
so
sounds like they would be devastated to lose Tim Connelly in Denver.
Pay the man. Mm-hmm. All right. I don't have a Wolves one, but I got a basketball one. Wiggy's been unlocked. That's right. Let's see. Yesterday in Golden State, they go 3-0 on the Mavs. Wiggins, 27 points, 11 for 20 shooting, 11 boards. And here's the most interesting stat, because this is something, Phil, that you used to talk about when he was playing here. 18 points in the restricted area. And so I think fans are now like, oh, man, see the Timberwolves, why couldn't they have gotten that? And the answer, I believe, is very simple. Andrew, if he knows his role and he can supplement, can be a star. He could be absolutely fantastic. But when he's counted to be one of the big two, he comes and he goes. And when he goes, he can go for a long stretch of time, and you can't afford that. So I would argue that despite the fact that I think there's now going to be probably a couple of years after the fact pushback about, well, how could they trade him? I mean, look at this. This is him. This is him in the right circumstance. And the circumstance that he is now playing in for him is particularly good because he can flash at times. And when he does, my God, he's good. But the reality was, I think if you had left him here and said, hey, go ahead and mature and we'll continue to pay you, you never would have gotten the payoff, unfortunately, that Golden State is seeing, unless it was Carl, Ant, and maybe somebody else too. So this is the very difficult thing about a player who, I'll go back to his first year against Cleveland when he had been traded by the Cavaliers to the Wolves, said, I played really well because I was motivated for that game. Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, he also murdered Luka on live TV last night. And the officials
100%.
called an offensive foul. It reminded me of the Anthony Edwards. Now, they reversed this one last night, thankfully.
I thought the same thing.
And then the media asked Luka after the game, and he was like, he wasn't even embarrassed. He was like, yeah, that was amazing. That guy posterized me.
He did, yeah. And look, at his best, he can do that to guys. He's that good.
Well, I think to your point, it's the expectation is so different in San Francisco for him with the Warriors. Like, he's the fourth guy, slashing, cutting. He's able to play off ball, grab rebounds, focus his energy defensively. Okay, we need you to stop Luka for a while here, which is not entirely possible. You know, all those things that you wanted more of in Minnesota, but he was also burdened with being the top scorer at times. He just he never figured out how to shoulder all of it. He just had to take some stuff off his plate. And he goes to the Warriors. It's like, dude, we'll take your scoring, but these 2 or 3 guys, Jordan Poole, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, they got the scoring part of it. And even Draymond, Draymond's going to be a similar defender. He's going to kind of roam around. So just fit in where you can. And if the expectation is fit in where you can and do what you can, he's exceeding that bar. Mm-hmm. But I don't think you can look and say that the expectation should have been different in Minnesota. He was the number 1 overall pick. And he made all that money. He was supposed to do more in Minnesota. And it wound up being a great trade for the Warriors. And I still think, what the Timberwolves got out of D'Angelo Russell to this point and helping them get to the playoffs, it was also a great trade to offload Wiggins and bring in D'Angelo Russell. And now they have to make a decision to maybe move off D'Angelo Russell. But it was the right move for both franchises.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. All right. Good session there. Good talk.
I'm
excited for Tim Connelly.
No golf, you guys? I thought one of you would have a golf statement.
Sure, I'll give you one. Here.
That was an epic meltdown.
I don't feel bad when players melt down.
They're just like us.
Mito Pereira, one of the great meltdowns in golf history, and people are, oh my God, I feel so bad. I don't know. He melted down. He couldn't handle the moment. I don't know.
Yeah.
And he won $870,000. Mito Pereira will be fine. That's my
beyond
statement.
Beyond kicking a field goal to win a game. Is there any more pressure than golf though? Because I feel like you're totally exposed.
Dude, did you see his last tee shot? The swing.
That's what I'm saying.
His swing.
But
it's like he short circuited mentally and was trying to do something totally different. He was trying to put some extra left to right on it. It's like he wound up doing a half swing.
Yeah,
dude.
And the chip getting on the green was just abysmal. And they even were saying, I can't believe he's not going to go to the front of the pin and all because the wind was coming at him super hard, I believe. And he wasn't even examining it. And he just hits a duff of the chip, horrible chip, dude.
Yeah, Nick Faldo, before he even hit the chip, was like, if this were me, I would walk all the way up to the pin, see what's happening with the terrain, with the wind,
right,
and then go back. And he was rushing. I think he just wanted to get done with the round very quickly before his mind started. That tee shot, even he just all of a sudden he's just teeing off on 18. It's like, what? He's not taking any time.
These guys are cyborgs, though. When you consider that most of them don't flinch.
A lot of them flinch.
Well, a lot of them, but I'm saying a lot of them don't. It's amazing that there are certain guys that don't flinch.
Well, I think the guys who Justin Thomas has 20 career wins on tour and he's contending all the time. He was the only one that didn't flinch among the 5 or 6 guys at the top because none of those other guys had ever won a tournament, and they're just even Zalatoris. He's going to win majors, but that guy's never won a tournament on the PGA Tour.
Mm-hmm. I admire that though. I'd pee my pants.
I was rooting for Zalatoris, but you kind of knew. JT been there, done that. It wasn't too surprising to see JT win, but I do think Zalatoris is going to be here for a while. He's going to be contending now.
Nice.
I like him.
Yeah, definitely. You like him because you guys kind of look alike.
We do look kind of spookily alike. Yeah.
Hair,
yeah. If he's more blonder than me.
Whose hair is better? If we had a hair off, who would
me?
Are you saying that? Is that totally true, Phil?
Me.
I think that's probably true. Yeah.
Me.
Yeah. I'll take Zalatoris.
He's got these long.
You get so upset about.
He's got these long, lanky arms. He's kind of thin. Look.
By the way,
yeah.
That shot of you going golfing on Friday, I believe.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah,
okay.
Ross had to grab a photo.
Dude, can you just gain some weight?
I've tried for years, dude.
It's incredible. You're almost 30 now.
I know. Trust me. Everyone in my life who loves me and that says the exact same thing. And my mother's metabolism. It's my.
Well, I'm not worried about you, but it just
all
looks
like me.
Like you look like you're 18.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah,
I have no problem with people who think I look younger. That's fine. It does not bug me. Especially if a bartender wants my card. That's totally okay.
Yeah, you should embrace that.
That's
my
totally
God,
all right.
Are you thin?
I don't. Doesn't do anything for me.
This episode just turned awfully judgy here in the last 2 minutes. I'm not sure.
No, it's good to be thin. What do you mean? I admire it.
Yeah,
I absolutely do. I'm a little bit taken by how much he defends his hair, but that's about it.
Well,
he gets very upset.
Yeah,
I know, but I did it because I wanted to see.
You're the one driving all of this in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I realized that, but I wanted to see if he still got as upset. And he gets wound tight about his hair.
It's very important to me.
It's good hair. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. It's very important.
Phil's got none, and mine stinks.
It's very important.
I got bad hair. I'm not going to lie, you guys. Look at this mop if you can. Look at that. That's
How
just
long-
like a
How
that's
long
like a
can
mop.
we keep going
Keep
until
going. Yeah.
how far
Hey,
will
look,
Judd
it's a
go
Monday.
here?
I had some thoughts.
Did you see? Did you see
Statements.
the
I
clip?
have bad hair.
Did you see the clip of us trying to open the show on Friday too, Phil?
No,
Oh, this is great.
It's on my. I'll send it to you.
Oh, I thought you're going to play it. It's
No, I don't have it
fantastic.
on me, but-
I
but
completely spaced out.
I told you, hey, no clip. We'll just roll off the top. And that meaning once the flash graphic stops for the audience who has no idea what that means in the jargon, like
Yeah,
just
just
start
go.
talking. And we literally go there, and it just the flash graphic goes, and Judge just staring at the camera. I'm staring at the
I'm
camera.
drinking my coffee.
And I'm like,
I
dude,
totally
do
spaced
you
out.
want to open the show? Should I open
and
the
then
show?
I came up with an elaborate excuse for why I didn't, but it was all BS.
I go
I
away
just
for
totally
one
spaced
day.
out.
One day.
One day, and just,
I
no one
totally-
just- you can't even start the show. It's
I
just-
said, look, you know what? This is what makes a podcast great.
the lack of being able to start the show.
Exactly.
or-
Well,
yeah.
no, but you know what? If this had been on the station, it would be like, you forgot to start the show. This is a problem. Come into my office.
Yeah,
Now
it's
it's just
weird.
like I forgot to start the show.
Because there's a huge, you can't have dead air,
Yeah.
on the radio.
Podcast, I just forgot. I was drinking my Follies coffee and I forgot.
Maybe we'll have Judd open the show tomorrow. All right, Mackie and Judd over on
thank you.
Purple Daily. If you think Chris Sims' quarterback rankings are compelling, Old Macadac for the second year in a row has his quarterback rankings on Purple Daily. See you guys.